sure you're excited to be back on the field. I know it was tough last year having to sit out with the injuries, but how does it feel to be back?
Man, I'm blessed, grateful, excited to be back with my teammates.
John, what are your expectations going into the season with the new coaching staff and everything? What do you feel like there's a possibility for you guys to have?
Man, it's like today's the first day out, so we're gonna continue on going to practice every single day, building chemistry as a unit, as a team, and we're just gonna continue on getting better every single day, stacking days up.
After recovery, what's the hardest part about going through a recovery? Watching your teammates play in practice.
Like, what you mean?
Just what's the challenge of not being able to play while you're
Oh, when I was hurt, man, yeah, it was just challenging because I never had missed a season or a game, and I've been playing football since I was like 6 years old. So that was a little challenging part for me, watching them, practice and playing, But it also was good for me, so I could sit back, watch extra film and just really see the bigger picture of like football as a defensive player. So, I feel like I had needed that that step back.
really test your patience to not be able to play?
Nah. The first week probably did, but after a while, I had got used to it. Just trusting in God, and I just let him take care of it.
What is the difference between the John Walker of a year ago versus the one we're looking at right now?
Man, this John Walker is more mature. John Walker, he's eager to get out there and play right now, and this John Walker is willing to do anything to help this team out.
Talk about the excitement about getting back on the field. You feel like you're one step closer to finally reaching your goal about getting on the field and running the season.
Say that one time. I'm sorry.
I said, talk about the excitement of you getting back on the practice field, knowing you're one step closer to getting back on the field.
Yeah, like I said, yeah, today was the first day out, and man, it felt really good to be back out there with my teammates and everything. And like I said, we're just gonna continue on stacking days up and continue on getting better every single day.
Shaking off a little bit of rust.
Yeah, for sure. It's the first day. Everyone's gonna be a little rushed the first day. So once we probably get back from probably once we're done with the first week and everything, we'll be back to how we is. But yeah.
You're from Florida. I know it's hot, but it's a little bit amplified today. It feels hotter. It's
Yeah.
normal. It's 100 degrees. It feels like. So how did the team kind of adjust to it, especially on the first?
Well, our coaches had preached to us last week to stay hydrated because it's gonna be really hot this week. So we just took that and hydrate. We gotta hydrate because we play in Florida. So you don't hydrate, you ain't gonna be on that field. So I'll say that.
John, you guys got 70 new players on this roster. I know the coaching staff did a lot of stuff in the offseason to maybe help you guys kind of get to know each other and learn each other's names. Had players step in front of the group and talk about themselves. What was that like for you, and how did you learn maybe your new teammates? How much did that better help you to learn your new teammates?
Like for example, Kelly, he had stepped up to the team. He was a transfer from Virginia Tech, so hearing him and hearing his voice and hearing him like speak to the whole team and see how much he wants to win, and that brings me up, because just seeing a guy how much he wants to win, and that makes me want to help him out, so we all could just win as a team, as a unit,
What's the biggest adjustment to coming back to the new coaching staff and so many new faces?
I'll just say just what they do, as like the plays and stuff. Every coaches, they have their own plan, their game plan and stuff. So just really learn the game plan and what they're asking for us to do.
John, you might still maybe feel a little young playing because you didn't play last year, but you're one of the oldest guys on the team that's actually been here multiple years now. You kind of take more ownership of that. Like I know Popsy Paul's been here and Braden Marshall, but there's a lot of guys that are brand new. Is that kind of helping you become a better leader?
No, of course. It makes me. I'm not the type of player to speak a lot. I'm like more a show my actions type of guy. But it really made me speak a lot more, and and just pouring knowledge to the younger guys, and just anything they need, I go and help them. And I just tell them like, if any questions or anything, just come call me or ask me. You got my number.
Overall practice today, summarize it for us. You started inside and then went outside.
Today was like pretty much today was the first day, so we had like each player had like certain amount of reps and stuff. So we just started outside, with pace and all that, and coming back outside, we did indie and then more team, and just really learning, getting back to the basics because today's the first day, so just getting down all the basics and just executing the calls really.
Went through spring and non-contact. Malachi did as well. Tavion Smith did, and Braden did. Did you guys lean on each other at all during that time?
Yeah, during that time, we was with Coach Duval. You know, thanks to Coach Duval, you know, during practice in spring, he had us running sprints and all that. So that kept us in shape and kept us ready for a time like this right now.
What's Coach Grinch like?
Coach Grinch, you know, he's a funny guy. He's a great guy. He's a guy that is just eager to win, eager for us to learn, and eager for us to like just get better every single day. So, you know, Coach Grinch, you know, he's just a guy that, you know, he has a standard. We got to meet that standard. So,
What do you think the identity will be of this defense?
what you mean by
The
that?
identity, what will be the feel of this defense? What will it be known for?
Man, just attacking. You know, we're gonna have a bunch of guys that run to the ball, just attack. We're just attack. Yeah.
Tell us about some of your teammates. You know, there's a couple transfers that I know are going to play big roles, most likely R.J. Jackson, Horace Lockett. What are you seeing from those two in particular?
Them guys are stepping up right now. They're doing their jobs, and you know, it's gonna make my job easier too, having them guys next to me. So, you know, they're doing a good job right now.
What do you see from Derek LeBlanc? Because he's obviously a guy you know
Yeah.
since elementary school or something.
Yeah.
I know you go way back with
Yeah,
him,
yeah,
so
yeah.
This is a big season for him to kind of
Yeah. No, Derek as well. You know, Derek stepping up. I'll say the whole D tackle group as one unit, man. We all doing good. We all doing our jobs, and we all just eager to learn and get each other better, man. We just all like one brotherhood right here.
You mentioned doing your job and eager to learn. Do you guys take a pride in being, having some of the most returners, being the anchor of this defense?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the first part.
Do you guys take a pride in being the anchor of this defense with so many returners?
Of course, you know, because, you know, it starts up front. So we got to set the tone up front. We got to stop the push, and we got to do our jobs up front. So, of course, I'll say, you know, up front is, man, we got to take ownership for it.
Thanks, John. Thanks, everyone.
Appreciate it. Thanks, John.
Thank you.